she is Dana.
And that's Tubbs.
And we're country girls getting down on reality TV. And I'm going to tell you what, we're getting more and more followers. And so we're going to do a shout out. And this is to Kenny's older brother that we call Junior. His name's Dwight Tubbs. He works at Johnny's Barbecue.
Love Dwight.
Makes the barbecue. I'm telling you. Now, he said, got there, we had a birthday party for him Sunday. And he said, I've been watching you on the internet. I've been watching your shows. And he's about like me. You know, I peddle with the internet, but not exactly computer smart and all that stuff. But anyway, he has started to watch our shows, and he's 60 years old. 60 years old. Him and Rhonda, and they've got Kyle, and then now, you know, Kyle's got Peyton. So Junior is a pawpaw.
About that.
60 years old. 60's a big one. Don't you think 60's a big one?
Yeah.
Could be the new 50, though. You reckon? Could be.
He don't look 60.
He does not look 60.
He looks good for his age.
He does not look 60, and it just cracked me up because
so what
we're growing up.
About us?
We're growing up.
Yeah.
God, we're getting old is what it is, but that's another story. But anyway.
Did he love us?
Well, he did, and in fact, he watched the one where I sang the ballad of Old Kenny Tubbs. So I think I smell a what award can you get? It's not an Emmy. What is it? A Grammy?
Grammy.
Is it a Grammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Grammy.
A CMA?
Hey, who knows? Could be. Could be a Rotten Apple Award, you reckon?
Nah.
Cornbread Award.
That's what we need
Skunk
to do.
Award.
Cornbread
But
Award.
anyway, I just 60 years old. That's a milestone. 60.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one. But Junior is Kenny's older brother. He has been. Well, he was at the Allstate restaurant.
Oh, really?
He was at the Allstate restaurant for years and years and years. And reckon he made those orange rolls.
I bet he did. I wish he knew the secret.
We need him to bring us make us some orange rolls, don't we?
We do. Them are so delicious.
Woo.
They're so expensive. You know, I got a dozen of them not long ago, and it was over $10.
Really?
For 1 dozen, yeah. It was expensive.
I bet you Junior could whip them up.
I bet he could too. They're good. Man, they're good. They're worth every bit of $10.
You think?
Yeah, they're good. But, I mean, that's expensive. That's nearly $1 a roll. And,
Really?
you know, they're not real big. They're little.
Right.
If they was real big, it would be different.
It would be different. But, you know, I was talking to Kyle, and, you know, I got to where I'm getting intrigued about this Facebook stuff. And so I've been asking people what their take is, you know, their idea of what this Facebook is. Because, you know, there are some people that literally write, put my shoes on today. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
What's your take on this Facebook stuff?
I think that Facebook should be like if you want to tell something about, post pictures of your grandbabies for people that, you know, may not have the contact. You know what I'm saying? Like, or post prayer requests, perhaps.
Stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Kind of like a community board, kind of maybe. But I mean, some people do. Well, I ate some chicken and dumplings tonight. Really, who cares?
What? Let me ask you this: have you ever thought about go back in time, if you will, before Facebook, before the internet, and before cell phones?
And
How did I find out how you was? I went over there, I picked up my rotary dial phone, and I called you. Hey Tubbs, how you doing? You know? And now people has just got so complacent with it, they'll just go take a text and how you doing? You know? It's not like actually talking to somebody. You know
right, you're right.
It's not like talking to them. And all that, internet, Facebook, cell phones have completely taken away communication.
Communication skills,
Yeah. Because what if you shaved your head and pulled all your teeth and I hadn't seen you in 6 months, but we've been talking on the phone? I wouldn't even know you.
You wouldn't know
if I
who
ran
it
into
was.
you at Walmart, I'd be like, I wouldn't even know you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, and that's just like you saying that about the rotary phone. My mother and daddy still has their rotary phone and the dial phone. And so one of my kids, a couple of years back, one of my kids was going to go, and I had to teach them how to use it because they were like, what do I do? You know, because you got
something.
You know? That is something. You're right.
I'm telling you.
Are you saying that Junior's older than rotary phones?
Well, I mean, you know, he has lived. I mean, he's seen a lot.
He's seen a lot in 60 years. You're right. But now let me tell you this. Just think what's going to happen in 10 more, 20 more. Do you think people are going to go to Mars?
Well, they have found water up there, so I figure that's next. You know, they found water up there. We do know for a fact.
There was a man, and I can't think of his name, but he's at Sir Richard something another. And he was on the CBS morning show, and he said that he hopes that, if not in his lifetime, but he thinks in his children's lifetime, that there will be travel to Mars. And
oh, yeah,
that,
sure.
You know, it won't be like here on Earth, but there'll be places where people can go to Mars and stay. That is wild. That is wild.
And finding water up there, that's exactly what they're fixing to do.
Really? Well, let me tell you, and another thing I've been pondering over is, you know, the number one thing, if it's asked one time a day, it's asked 20 times a day. Where's the remote? Where's the remote? Now, what did people do before their remote? And, you know, I'm going to take it a step further. Well, they got up and they changed the channel. But, you know, in my day, we had ABC had channel 6 and 31. CBS had 19 and 42. NBC had 13 and 48. And then there was channel 10, PBS.
That's it.
That's all we had.
That's it.
And now, and we didn't have that guide to click to see, because, you know, I'm the world's worst now. But thanks to Brad Lamar, Sybil started doing this number. You know, Brad, when he would watch TV, he would then, every commercial change, but the only problem when Brad would change is he would get hooked on that other show and not go back to the other show. Well, I'm that bad now. But Sybil got to where she would channel surf every commercial. She could not, so I got to call her Brad there for a while. I said, you're going to miss the show. Well, I'm just as bad now. I don't know what it is, but I cannot watch a commercial hardly. I've got to be clicking and surfing and finding something else. And then I think, oh my gosh, I miss such and such because I clicked into something else.
That's why I DVR everything I watch. I can fast forward through every commercial.
And see, that's another thing, that DVR stuff.
That's the greatest thing that was ever invented, besides two-ply toilet paper. I'm telling you, that's great. DVR.
Two-ply toilet paper.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, you're watching, like, for instance, let's just say an Alabama football game, since everybody knows I love Alabama, and you're watching it, and you're at a very crucial point, okay, and you have a June moment, okay, you hit that little pause button, you get up, you run to the restroom.
Oh, that kind of June moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You come right back, you hit play, and you've not missed anything. Or let's say you're kind of watching the show, and your mama says, "Hey, blah blah blah," and you turn and you go, "Do what, Mom?" And you don't, and you miss something very crucial. You hit the rewind button, it'll rewind back.
I'd have never thought we would have come to that. I would have never thought.
I didn't either. But it is what it is.
A lot has gone on in 60 years then.
Yes, it has. A lot has gone on.
And you know what? Okay, is it CNN, I think, celebrating its 25th year?
Mm-hmm.
All these that wasn't around when I was a kid. I mean, like I said, we had our, 7 channels, and that was it.
I can remember, Tubbs, being at my grandmother's house, watching Bewitched on TV, okay? And it went to a commercial, and it come back, and it said, coming on next, in color, Bewitched.
Oh,
and
you're
I went running to my grandmother, and I said, "Mo, you're not going to believe this." And she's like, "What?" And I said, "Bewitched is coming back on in color." And she looked at me and she said, "Not on a black and white TV." So I can remember having a black and white TV.
That is funny. That is funny. Yes. Oh, that is funny.
I remember when, I bet you had one of these. When you was growing up, did you have the TV in the console that had the tape deck on one side and the record player on the other side?
We did have one of those. I know what you're talking about. We did have one of
Each
those.
side lifted up. You put the big 8-track tapes
Exactly.
in. Yeah.
And the big speakers in it, yeah.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
Oh my gosh.
And kids today would look at it and go, whoo.
Yeah. Woo. You're right.
And when you cut the TV on, it done the black screen and that little white line through it.
Exactly.
And then the picture started
Exactly.
coming out.
Oh gosh.
Ain't that
Exactly.
something?
Well, happy birthday, Junior, and here's to 60 more, and there's no telling what 60
What'll
more years,
happen
there's
in
no
60
telling
more.
what gadgets there'll be out there.
Happy birthday, Junior. Love you, Kyle Carl.
Carl.